Hi everyone, this is Chaz, and this is my video journal for Sunday, August the 12th, 2012. It's been a couple days since my previous journal entry, so I want to let you all know what's going on. And the first thing you need to know is that yesterday I did something really, really stupid. And what I did that was really, really stupid was I called David. And it was stupid of me because I didn't expect him to answer the phone, and he did. David had expressed a desire to have any conversation, any communication between the two of us in a form that could be memorialized, either through emails or text messages or voicemail. So I expected that David was going to look at his phone, see that it was me calling, and just let it go to voicemail. Well, he didn't do that. He answered the phone. And I don't know if he just didn't look to see who was calling or what, because he said hello, and I realized that I had him. I had him on the phone. And I wasn't prepared to get him on the phone. I was prepared to leave a message. I was just going to say, I had everything I was going to say in my head for the voicemail message, and when I realized that I had him on the phone, I couldn't say two sentences. I think about the only thing I said was, "How are you?" And David, his voice sounded surprised, like I guess he didn't look at the voicemail or at the caller ID and see that it was me. So I lost everything that I had set up in my head to say just went out the window. And it was like I ripped off a huge scab that had formed over the last 2 months, and I just reopened the wound. Because I just started blubbering and bawling, and again, just thinking about it, I'm getting sad. So I basically said one sentence and hung up. I just couldn't talk to him. I couldn't. I just wanted to let him know that the bed was going to be sold and some other stuff that was going on. So as soon as I hung up, I wrote basically everything I was going to say in the voicemail. I wrote in an email and sent off to him. So, and then this morning was a very bittersweet day because today was my last day, my last Sunday going to St. Paul's United Church of Christ here in Belleville, which is my home church. A church that David and I started attending together, that we joined together, that we sang in the choir together, we served on boards together. But this was my last Sunday there because I'm moving on Friday, and Pastor Drew had agreed to do some kind of laying on of hands or commissioning or something like that. And he did that by incorporating it into the children's message and making it part of the children's message by asking the children what they thought of when they heard the word Chicago. And of course the kids didn't know much about Chicago, so he asked the congregation what they thought of when they heard the word Chicago. And then he said, what I think of when I hear the word Chicago? He said that he thinks of Charles May, because very soon, later this week, that I'll be moving to Chicago to start my studies at Chicago Theological Seminary, and asked me to come out into the aisle and had everyone that was present for the service come forward and lay their hands on me, and he said a prayer, and I really felt this feeling of love and community, and I started to cry while they were doing this because, A, it's bittersweet that I'm leaving this church, although to be totally honest with you, I couldn't be happier to be leaving Belleville. But I cried because, I really wished David was there, and that one of the hands that was laying on me was David. But it wasn't, and there's nothing that can be done about that. And then I came home from church after saying goodbye to everyone there, and I sold our bed, our king-size bed that we've slept on for the past, well, this bed we haven't actually slept on for 5 years, but what was basically our bed. I put an ad up on Craigslist, and this couple came and bought it. I wanted $450, they wanted to pay $350, so we split the difference, and I got $400, which will go into the bank and go towards the cushion. And it was rather interesting. I sold the bed to a lesbian couple So what was David and mine's marital bed is now the marital bed of a lesbian couple, and they took the mattress and the box springs, and they took the bed frames, and they took the linens, except for the fitted sheets and the pillows, and they took the electric blanket. So it's all gone, and God, there's a lot of dust and hair and cat hair and stuff that was collected under that bed over the past 5 years. I think it's probably going to gag my vacuum cleaner. But it was kind of sad, you know, watching them pull away after they loaded up their pickup truck with what was our bed, what was David and mine's bed, and now where our bed was is just this empty space with a lot of dust bunnies and cat hair. You know, I won't be sleeping in there anymore. I'll be sleeping in the guest room or on the futon for the next, 4 days. And it's another ending. It's another thing that I had to let go of and let pass. So that's how the last couple days have been for me. So sorry this was a tear-filled journal, but emotions are what they are. So I want to thank you all for listening. If you have any comments or questions or topics that you'd like to see discussed in future journals, as always, leave your comments. And I will make journal entries periodically. Remember to take care of yourselves and each other. And I will probably make at least one more journal entry, if not two, before I leave for Chicago. So thank you all for watching. Love you. Bye.